Sorry. Must have drifted off there for a minute. Cold today, isn't it? I like to come in here to get out of the cold. They usually put a heater on for me, but I don't see anyone here today. And it's peaceful. I get to think about things. Well, when you're homeless, you've got plenty of time to think anyway. But here, it's different. Sorry. Hope you don't mind me talking at you. I'll leave you to it.
I don't mind. What do you think about when you're here?
All my regrets, mainly. Today, for some reason, what's on the other side when we die? I don't remember where I read it, but it said that death is with you your whole life. It stands behind you on your left side. Follows you everywhere. Watches your every move. Waiting, just waiting. He's got the time. He doesn't mind the wait. What's the life of a human compared to eternity?
What do you think is on the other side of this?
Well, God, I guess. Never really taught much going on about God. I don't subscribe to this bearded man in the sky type of thing. I think God is better described as this golden light, this energy that's in everything. It's in all matter, every one of us, every animal. Trees, the wind, the stars, from the core of the earth to the shimmering edges of the universe, and everything beyond and in between, connected and eternal. And it's a conscious energy. It sees and it knows. It understands everything we are and why we're here. And it allows us to be. He allows us to be. And we use the free will that God has given us to make mistakes, to find happiness, to witness evil things. We use our free will to stand by and watch evil things happen to other people. Things that make no sense. Things that bring pain and suffering. And we use our free will to do nothing. I'm sure you can tell. I don't get to voice these thoughts to other people that often. Not many have time to listen. I think a lot. Too much. It's not as though I can watch TV to pass the time, to help me avoid all these thoughts, is it?
It's no bad thing to have these thoughts.
No, but it's painful. You know, you remind me of someone from a long time ago. It feels such a long time ago now. I can't place the memory, but you have her face and her smile. It's uncanny. I can't place it, but it's that sort of nice angelic face that I hope will be there to greet me when it is my time to go.
How would you choose to go if you had the choice?
Well, we don't get a choice, do we? think the cold will get me eventually. But I don't think I'll be in pain for long, really. I know it sounds stupid, but I think I already know what it would be like. It's a feeling I can't shake, like a life I already lived.
It doesn't sound stupid.
I just wish I'd fought harder for a better life, for freedom. I wish I'd fought for it. Wish I'd done more to change things. Wish I'd tried. Living rough, out there on the street, that's no life. I had a purpose. I was meant for more. I should have clawed my way up and out, whatever it took. I mean, yeah, I know I got beat down, but I should have resisted more. I should have fought harder.
But you didn't.
No, I didn't. And here I am.
You could have done so much good in this world. You had the heart to do so much good. But it was always broken. The choices you made and the influence of others ensured that the world would never know you.
Yeah, well said.
Maybe next time. Do you feel ready now?
Oh. It is you. Yeah. Yeah. I'm ready.
Don't you ever stop to think who's pulling the strings? Are we even free to speak? Or just another bolt in the machine? 'Cause nothing makes sense in this false alignment. Your story is the story, get it straight. Feeding us in lies, keep a single file. When you ever told her to behave? Don't forget to keep your head down. Take a blindfold and pass it on. It's not like they will lead us wrong. Take a blindfold and pass it on. Don't forget to keep your head down. In the blindfold we belong. I won't be under your control. I will never be a servant to the slaves. I'll throw myself against the wall. Go ahead and take your aim. I could rip you out of your ivory tower, take you from the sun into the shade. And now we march to the sound of thunder. We could be the ending of the rain.